Ininspeksyon ng National Task Force COVID-19 mga gagawing mega community quarantine facility sa bansa. Nakatutok live si Maris Umali. Maris.
Quarantine facility sa East Sector ng Metro Manila. May 132 bed capacity ito. Natatanggap lamang ng mga COVID positive na may mild symptoms at asymptomatic patients.
Okay. Start. Okay, so again, welcome students. So again, ako po yung teacher. I'm John Sinukuhan, and today we are going to discuss about solving problems involving quadratic equations. So again, let's have some example. Illustrative example number 1. The area of a room of Hope 1 for a COVID-19 patient is 120 square meters, and the length is 1 less than twice the width. Find the length and the width of the room. So alamin doon natin kung ano ang length at width. Now, so let us show our solutions for this example. So syempre una, kailangan intindihin natin yung content for us to identify the length and the width. So according to the problem, the area of the room is 100 square meter. So that is the given. Now the A is equals to 100 square meter. Now way back to the formula ng ating area ng rectangle, we know that the area is equals to the length and the width. Let us let W representing the width. Okay. Now what about the length? Now go back to the problem. Kung titingnan natin yung statement. Okay, so according to the problem, here's the clue. The length is 1 less than twice the width. Tingnan natin. Basahin din natin maigi. Length is 1 less than twice the width. So ito ay English format, no? So if we try to convert this into a mathematical form, isa-isayin natin maigi. Take a look, ha? So tingnan nyo. So ang length representing the L. So we know that. Okay, it's given. Next, tingnan nyo it's twice the width. Yung width, it represents as small w. Pero dahil twice the width, ibig sabihin in mathematics, it is 2w. Ibig sabihin daw, ang katumbas doon ay times 2 ng value ng width. Next, yung word na less than, if we try to analyze it in the given statement, the word less than, actually it represents an operation. Sa mathematics, it represents subtraction. So we write subtraction. Next, then there's a 1, of course, and then the word is. Kung titingnan niyo as a whole, length is 1 less than twice the width. Ibig sabihin is, it represents the equal. Now, what would be the equation for the length? Tingnan niyo mabuti. L equals W minus 1. Alright, there's a solution. So again, we let W as the width, and then the length, the L, it represents 2W minus 1 because that is based on the bed. Now, so again, kunin natin yung formula ng area. L times width equals area, so that is L times W equals A. Just substitute all the given value. So we got 2W minus 1 times W equals 120. Remember that this is quadratic equation. We need to represent it into a quadratic equation form. So pag sinimplify natin to, magiging 2W squared minus W, and then si 120, lipat natin on the other side, it will become negative 120 equals 0. So naging quadratic equation na siya. Our main variable here is W. Okay, the highest degree is 2. Next, so in this case, syempre, gagamitin ko pa rin one of the easiest way, factoring. Kasi in this case, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, it is factorable. Binibigay ko ng given, no? So 2W plus 15 times W minus 8 equals 0. So, ayun na. So, syempre, equate both of them, both two factors into 0. Si 2W plus 50, equate natin siya into 0. And then what will happen is that ita-transpose natin sa 50 side, magiging negative 15. Then, yeah, cancel 2, the W. Divide them both side by 2. So our W here will become negative 15 all over 2. So it's a fraction. On the other hand, si W minus 8, just transpose the 8 to the other side, magiging positive 8. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, dalawang value ni the width. Isang negative, 15 over 2, tsaka si 8. Ang tanong, ano ang gagamitin natin value? Since the other one is negative and the other answer is 8, ang gagamitin natin value dito is the positive one. Bakit? Kasi since we're talking about measurements, in reality, wala naman talagang negative value na sukat. We will use 8 in this example. So, since ang ating width is 8, okay, we need to solve for the L. Si L is twice the width less than 1. So that is, just substitute the value of the width, which is 8. So that would be 2 times 8, which is the width, minus 1. So 2 times 8 minus 1, the answer is 15 meters. Let's try to check kung tama lang. So again, formula is A equals length times width. Ang length natin is 15, the width is 8. So just multiply them. 15 times 8, the answer is 120. So therefore, our answer for the value of length and width are correct. Next example. Example number 2. Piece of pipe cost 30 pesos. If the pipe was 1 meter shorter and each meter cost 1 peso more, the cost would remain unchanged. What is the length of the pipe? Iisa-isahin natin bawat given. According to the problem, a piece of pipe costs 30 pesos. Let's represent a variable. So let's just say that x be the length of the piece of the pipe in meters. So sabi, ang piece of pipe cost is 30 pesos. So if we represent the x as the piece of pipe per meters, so ibig sabihin, isang pipe, ang presyo niya 30 pesos. So it's 30 over x. Or in mathematics, since it's over, that is division, we represent it as 30 over x. So that would be the expression. Next, if the pipe was 1 meter shorter, if we try to analyze or understand the given statement, no, yung word na shorter, that is subtraction. You can use minus. So again, kanina, we figure it out that 30 over x, yun yung terms for a piece of pipe. So dito, in the second statement, sinasabi, if the pipe was 1 meter shorter, we need to subtract it by 1. Alright? So magiging mathematical expression natin dito is 30 over x minus 1. Tuloy natin, basahin natin. No? Each meter cost 1 peso more. Kanina, the word is shorter, we use minus. So dito naman, the word is more, we need to add it by 1. I-add natin siya doon sa mismo terms. So that would be 30 over x plus 1. Tuloy natin. The cost would remain unchanged. Ipakita nga natin ulit. So the 30 over x minus 1. And then the other side, yung 30 over x plus 1. According sa problem, the cost would remain unchanged. What does it mean? Pag sinabi natin unchanged, yung value, yung dalawang terms, nasa left side at saka nasa right side, ay hindi magbabago. They're both the same. They're both a symbol equal between them. So yun na. So we got 30 over x minus 1 equals 30 over x plus 1. Simplify this one, gawin natin siyang quadratic equation and then get the value for the x. Isa-isay natin. Transpose natin yung 30 over x sa kabilang side, magiging 30 over x minus 1 minus 30 over x equals 1. Dahil ito ay subtraction, we can get the LCD, then cross-multiply process. Yung 30x, 30, multiply natin sa x minus 1. So it will become 30 times x minus 30 parenthesis x minus 1 parenthesis all over the LCD x times x minus 1 equals 1. Next, so simplify natin yung nasa taas. So 30 times x, syempre, is 30x minus. So multiply natin si 30 kay x negative 1. So that would be negative 30x plus positive, it will become positive 30. All over, multiply ko na x squared minus x equals 1. Then simplify. Take a look. Merong common terms, no? Merong si 30x at saka si negative 30x. Since they're both 30, para maging ng variable, magkaiba ng sign, we can simply cancel them out. So natira na lang is the constant 30. All over denominator x squared minus x equals 1. Now, cross multiplication, no? Si 1, multiply natin doon sa denominator, x squared minus x. that would be 30 equals x squared minus x. So just transpose it para magiging quadratic form na siya. Magiging x squared minus x minus 30 equals 0. Siyempre, so para makuha natin yung value ni x, so again, gagamitin ko si factoring. So magiging x squared minus x minus 30 equals 0. So let's get the factor. Parentheses, x minus 6 times x plus 5 equals 0. Then, of course, just transpose it, the value of x. Si negative 6, magiging positive x. Si positive 5, magiging negative 5. So since we're dealing with measurement, gagamitin ulit natin yung positive sagot. Kasi there's no such thing as negative measurement, which is positive 6. Okay, that's it. So the length of the given 5 here is 6 meter. Take a look na. So, doon sa dalawang example na binigay, how do we deal with the solving problems in quadratic equation? Understand, plan, solve,